Hello, my name is Samuel Morris and this is Elementary English. I'm glad you're here this morning. Today we're going to go over drawing conclusions from a text by providing textual evidence and appropriately citing the source. That sounds a lot harder than it actually is. Matter of fact, you've had informational texts all around you, probably even today. Newspapers, reliable and certified social media, scholarly articles, textbooks, pamphlets, you name it, the informational texts around us are all around us. And that's why it's important for us to practice the skill of drawing conclusions and citing them appropriately. So this is going to take place with really 3 simple steps: reading, thinking, and citing. That word citing might be a new word for you. It's actually spelled C-I-T-E for cite, not like cite with your eyes, but cite meaning giving credit to the author. So this can be through a quote, a summary, a paraphrase, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But the main part of this today is, well, we're going to read, we're going to think, and then we're going to give credit where credit is due. So as next week on Wednesday the 17th will be St. Patrick's Day, today's article is a little bit of an introduction to St. Patrick's Day. This article I found very simply by searching on a reliable and certified scholarly database for St. Patrick's Day articles, and I'm sure you could find one just as well. So let's jump in, read this article together, the first step, and then we'll do the next 2 steps of thinking about it and citing or giving credit together. Let's begin. On March 17th, people around the world come together for St. Patrick's Day. This holiday celebrates the people and culture of Ireland. Towns and cities have parades with music and dancing. Many people wear green and eat Irish foods. The day started, however, as a day to celebrate St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. Well, who was St. Patrick? St. Patrick wasn't always a saint, nor was he Patrick. He wasn't even Irish. His name was Maewyn Succat. He was born in a Catholic family in Britain around 385 or 390 AD. When he was 16, Irish invaders captured him and took him to Ireland. Maewyn was forced to take care of sheep in Ireland for 6 years. During this difficult time, he found comfort in his religion. He later wrote that a dream told him to escape on a ship. When he did, he returned to his family in Britain. His writings say he had another dream in Britain. The dream told him to return to Ireland to help the Irish people. Maewyn later began many years of training and became a priest and then a bishop. He was given the Latin name Patricius, or Patrick. Patrick finally returned to Ireland. He set up schools and churches. He helped people in need and became well known. Many people in Ireland became Catholic because of Patrick. Many tales come from Patrick's time in Ireland. One says that he chased all the snakes from the island. This tale could not be true. Ireland had no snakes during that time. St. Patrick is remembered as St. Patrick died on March 17th, around the year 460. Many years later, the Catholic Church made him the patron saint of Ireland. The day St. Patrick died started out as a feast day in Ireland. Over hundreds of years, many Irish people moved to other countries. They brought their customs, including St. Patrick's Day, with them. Corned beef with cabbage, soda bread, and Irish stew are traditional foods eaten on St. Patrick's Day. Celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Towns and cities all over the world have St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Along with parades and Irish food, many people wear green. Green is on Ireland's flag. Some people believe wearing green brings good luck. Green lights for Ireland. The Empire State Building in New York City glows green on St. Patrick's Day. So does the Sydney Opera House in Australia. The shamrock is a symbol of Ireland. Many people believe it is a kind of clover. Some believe it may be a different plant. The shamrock is a common decoration on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick was a real person who is important to Ireland's history. The holiday that bears his name has changed over the years. It has become a celebration for people around the world. On St. Patrick's Day, everyone can be a little Irish. So now that we've read, the second part is thinking. So as I think about that article, I think that I would like to celebrate St. Patrick's Day most likely by eating those traditional foods of Ireland specific to the holiday. Those sounded delicious to me. So I've read, I've thought, and now I need to cite. I need to give credit to the author who, well, told me that. So the author of the article we just read, her name is Marcy Aboff, and the way that we can give credit is just like this. Marcy Aboff in St. Patrick's Day wrote that the day St. Patrick died started out as a feast, and there are foods like corned beef with cabbage, soda bread, and Irish stew. These traditional foods are eaten on St. Patrick's Day. So now that we've done all three of those steps, we've drawn a conclusion, we've thought about it, and we've given credit where credit is due to the author. So now it's your turn. Let's think. What stood out to you? Is there anything from that article that you would like to do to celebrate? Or maybe something that you've already done? Now that you've thought about that, you can communicate that by beginning with giving credit to the author. Right? Aboff in St. Patrick's Day wrote that shamrocks symbolize St. Patrick's Day. So I think I'm going to wear a shamrock on that day. Or maybe yours is that Aboff in St. Patrick's Day says that wearing green is a sign of good luck. So I'm planning to wear green on that day. Whatever you decide or whatever you think, so long as it's supported by the article, well, you did it. You read an informational text. You drew an appropriate conclusion from that text, and you correctly cited and gave credit to the author of that informational text. This skill can do wonders across newspapers and textbooks and reliable and certified social media like we talked about at the beginning. So now any informational text with which you engage, you can communicate to others appropriately and effectively. That's all that we have for this week. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you learned and got to practice with engaging with informational texts and communicating those in the correct and academic, but also a really appropriate and kind of fun way. Next week, we're going to be comparing this article and another one, so I hope to see you then. But until next time, thanks.